I want to talk about one of my favorite topics, teenagers. Who doesn't love teenagers? I know, they're hard to live with sometimes. Hi, I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh for Local Now. I happen to be a professor of developmental psychology, so I study the various stages that we go through across the lifespan. In addition, I'm a mother of teenagers, so trust me, I know the teenage brain. First of all, what's happening physiologically with the brain? It's at about 90% capacity of the full adult brain, and it's doing a lot of remodeling. We call it blooming and pruning. As the brain goes, I don't need that neurotransmitter, I'm not going to be doing that anymore. Oh, but let's solidify this connection because it's important. And this is called neuroplasticity, and it happens across the lifespan, but because the big hormone surge during teenage years, it's enormous. Now, the last part of the brain to develop is called the prefrontal cortex. Yeah, right up here. And it's not fully developed until a human is about 25. Now, what is the prefrontal cortex responsible for? Oh, little things like decision making, thinking about consequences, and impulse control. Yeah, that's why a 17-year-old boy can say, hey dad, can I borrow the car? I want to put 11 friends in it. We're going to drive through the night, go snowboarding in the morning, and get the car back to you by tomorrow afternoon. No, it's not going to happen, son. So developmental psychologists also say that the developmental stage of the teenage brain most resembles, of any other stage in the lifespan, the 2-year-old brain. Think about it. A 2-year-old is past crawling. They've got the capacity to run along. They own their body. They're strong. They're just not smart enough to know that you don't run in front of a bus. Teenagers are the same way. Because of all the surge of hormones, they are rearing and ready to go, and they have big, strong bodies, but their brains are not prepared for all the consequences out there. So how do you help your teenager develop in a healthy way? There are 4 things you can do to help your teenager grow. First is give them some autonomy. They need to individuate at this stage. They need to figure out who they are, separate from you and your family. They need to, dress funny. They need to talk differently. They need to connect with their peers. So give them that autonomy. And that may mean helping them get a driver's license, a part-time job, letting them leave their room as messy as they want it, or decorating it however they want to. Yes, with all the boy band posters. Whatever, close the door if you don't like it. Secondly, allow them to have their feelings and be aware that those feelings may be expressed stronger than usual. And it's okay, just take a deep breath. I often say that a child can't truly love their parent unless they're allowed to hate their parent sometimes. So grow some alligator skin, take a deep breath. They're going to be loud and boisterous, and that's called being a teenager. Third, when it comes to making decisions, help their prefrontal cortex grow. Instead of telling them what they should do, talk through the decision-making process. Talk about alternatives. Talk about various consequences. Help them figure out what they should do. Now, finally, keep them safe. That means have flexible boundaries. Look, teenagers don't do well if they have a brick wall parent, and they don't do well if they have a loosey-goosey jellyfish parent. They do best if they have a flexible backbone parent. That's a parent with rules, but whose ears are open to negotiation. Remember, your teenage brain is growing fast, and they want to negotiate with you, hopefully in a healthy way. Obviously, put your foot down if what they're about to do is completely unsafe. They might get upset, but they will know you love them because you did that. Good luck. Before you know it, they'll be 25. The prefrontal cortex will be fully developed, and they'll come home to visit, and maybe they'll bring laundry. I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh for Local Now. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to follow me, you can follow me on my social media at Dr. Wendy Walsh. See you next time.